So Spider looks at me because we go back to the juvenile side of the couch.
What the? You are now in the Black Box. Whoa. With Spider Loke, Most Easty, a.k.a. BJ Keyway, and the Google Gang. Let's go!
Listen. Cheetah. Gratitude is the attitude. Show is a blessing. To be back in the Black Box. Black Box.
Relax, roll up as we randomly react to content in these YouTube streets. Yeah. It's time for R&R.
Smack Wood Net Hustle. Big shout out to my SPR, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the Black Box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
Jeter, the constant, consistent, continuous content creation campaign continue. We still on the 7 C's, and we done pulled up on Chick Smooth. Chick Smooth titles say that Joe Budden and 50 Cent done weighed in on Fat Joe's recent saga that's in the news. Everybody is curious to see what 50 was gonna say. I'm definitely curious because of, the dynamic of their relationship, how I was implicated at one point or another. TA done mentioned my name in some of these Fat Joe stories in the last couple of years, so I haven't heard one word. I saw it was a small amount of time on Chick Smooth, Trusted's platform, immediately uploaded, so I'm here along with y'all for the first time. No further ado, let's see what Chick say Joe and 50 have been up to.
YouTube Chicks. Get ready. You know what to do, Chicks.
Salute to Chick Smooth.
Hey, Chick Smooth. Appreciate all the coverage that you've been doing. I've been watching your shit for a while. I just subscribed to your shit too, bro.
This Fat Joe lawsuit from his former hype man TA is actually insane, you guys. The lawsuit has 157 pages of allegations. In yesterday's video, I covered all the sexual stuff that Fat Joe was accused of, the allegations with the minors, flying out a girl that was 15 and allegedly giving her a BBL. If you guys didn't watch that video, please make sure you guys go check it out. Now, since then, Fat Joe and his lawyers did respond. According to Fat Joe and his lawyers, this lawsuit is nothing but retaliation, all because Fat Joe actually sued them for defamation a couple months ago. Now, there was also some wild allegations made against Fat Joe in this lawsuit, including plans to actually kill 50 Cent and also DMX. Terrence Dixon actually claimed that there was a 50 Cent assassination plot. The key participants was going to be Fat Joe, unnamed enforcers, associates, and assassins. The location is listed as Miami, Florida, and also New York City. In the wintertime, approximately in 06 and 07. It claimed that Fat Joe engaged in a calculated and premeditated conspiracy to kill 50 Cent. Fat Joe was living in Miami when he got a call reporting 50 Cent's presence at a New York venue. The lawsuit claims that Fat Joe actually ordered the hit, but 50 Cent was surrounded by Navy SEAL type security, and the assassins were actually afraid to try to kill him. It also claims that Fat Joe admitted to placing a bag on 50 Cent's head. Now, because 50 Cent and Fat Joe have actually squashed their lifelong beef, 50 Cent is not going. He's choosing to publicly defend Fat Joe from any accusations of claims that Fat Joe was trying to kill him. 50 Cent went on Instagram to address the accusations. He said these baseless accusations and claims are not credible. I'm sorry Joe has to endure the public scrutiny and damage to his reputation. This is a stick-up. Now, we know 50 Cent loves to troll, he likes to be petty, but I actually feel like he's being genuine and sincere.
Hell no. 50 know better. The thing is, they were at war. They were at war. They decided to bury the hatchet at a funeral of a mutual acquaintance, a loved one, a friend. Now, once you decide to bury the hatchet, you don't go and reveal plots and plans of efforts that I made while we were at war and then hold some type of vitriol toward the individual. That's just like Nina Boy did that whole shit. When it was cracking with us, when he had the whole internet talking about you know what about me, and I directed the homegirl to a platform where she could tell her story, her personal story. It never came out. Then But we can be considered at war at the time. It was fuck cuz. We ended up squabbling and squashing it, and it was over. The content had never came out. Another individual that caused it to come public years later, and a nigga getting his feelings about something I did while we was at war. That's all it is, 50 trolling. Whether he tried to get at me like that back then or not, I can't trip because we was at war. 50 had been online on interviews talking about putting bags on Fat Joe head in the public before that too. Oh my mama, facts.
Him and Fat Joe are super cool these days, and I'm sure he would not want to see Fat Joe in any legal trouble. And I'm sure before they got cool, Fat Joe probably told 50 all the wild stuff he was planning to do to him. So seeing these accusations of Fat Joe trying to kill him probably does not surprise him. Even Joe Budden also thinks this is all a shakedown for money. After Fat Joe clowned him last month over the Joe Budden seats, Joe had every right to go on the podcast and kick Fat Joe's back in. But knowing how serious these allegations are, Joe Budden does not believe these accusations against Fat Joe.
Oh, again, I don't know who's right or wrong. I don't know the details, but this is bigger than I think people thought initially, because it's not just that he's saying Fat Joe did something. When you start getting to civil RICO, the other thing that civil RICO can do is, as we learned with Diddy and Cassie, it can spark a criminal investigation.
Yes.
So so this could get huge.
It's crazy. I got a cousin from Peru, right, who did some time in San Diego, going to school, going to college. I think that's the attorney right there, who voice right there, who one time I reacted to some content when he was speaking on one of these popular cases, and some of my commentary about him just gave me the feeling like, man, this dude know more about our environment than the average attorney. Even though he was talking extremely eloquent and professional, you could just tell that he was privy to some insider, natural, experienced elements and information. And I just said it. I made that commentary. And I remember a couple weeks later, my cousin from Peru called me like, hey, I was watching your video. You know that lawyer, that's my boy. When I was in school in San Diego, that was my boy. Yeah, you right. He grew up like this, that, and the other. I think that's him. I can't think of his name, though.
I don't know if this was given what Homeboy thought it was given, though. Like, because you're basically admitting that you knew, if this is true, that you knew that there was sexual activity happening with underage people, and you stood by idly and did absolutely
for 16 years.
Okay, they saying that like that matters. Everybody that's testifying against Diddy was aware, allegedly, that these things were taking place, and none of them are falling under the scope of the law because they're willing to be witnesses. So that point is mute, neither here nor there, irrelevant, absolutely, entirely, thoroughly irrelevant.
But
right.
I think his message.
Did you say he was afraid?
Yes.
Yeah,
he was afraid.
I think that's what he's saying.
If that's the case, he'd be more complicit.
What do you mean?
I mean that you have he played a role to cover it up. You was aware. You didn't see.
That's Queen Flip's voice sound like he on Fat Joe nuts. Get off his nuts, cuz. You victim shaming.
Any issue with it at that time, if that is the case.
Well, if you was afraid.
But that's what he's saying, is that he was coerced into it.
You'll get immunity for your testimony. And
them niggas, excuse me, they just use that as an angle. Them niggas don't be afraid. Them niggas be willing participants.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I'm not saying him. I'm just talking about.
Sued for that. Right.
Thank you very much. Allegedly, people be willing participants, and it's not until things start to come down or things start.
How do you know this unless you experience them being a willing participant, which would then cause you to be a willing participant? Because you're just projecting, you're just saying this. What facts are you basing this off of, Queen Flip? You just running off the side of your neck.
To change where they want to use these angles, which is nothing wrong with it. If he felt, I don't think in the moment Joe was aware, or he made it aware that he was uncomfortable, or I think that he was.
If it happened, because you don't want to assume.
Yeah. How could he assume this about this dude? How you know he didn't tell Joe like, yo, you a nasty nigga, son? It's just like Dame Dash and Jay-Z and R. Kelly and the whole Jay-Z, the whole drama about Aaliyah. Come on now. Why is he on Fat Joe nuts so hard? Queens Flip must have a personal relationship with Fat Joe, like sat on his lap before or something.
Put that on the table.
I'm sure that the rat and shit plays a part. I think a lot of this is coming from financial literacy.
Poverty.
Yeah.
I think a lot of shit is coming from poverty. I think that
people know now.
No, I've been around you.
Look, man, when a person lying on you about some kinky, weird sex stuff, it come off like Rick Baby when he was speaking on me. It's obvious. I never had no one question me like, what are you talking about? It was weird. When somebody like T.A. come out with so much detail, if he can tell a story that explicitly with all that detail and it's all fraudulent and fake, he's in the wrong field. He needs to be writing novels and screenplays. What happened to the old adage, where there's smoke, there's fire, because there's plenty smoke here. These dudes is on Fat Joe nuts.
You for 20 years. I was your man for 20 years. Let's just say I've seen you do some shit or I've done some shit for you, and now we parted ways. And now I'm fucked up. I'm back living in the projects, or I'm back, no disrespect to anybody.
All that might be true. That might be his motivation by coming forward. That don't mean the things that he's saying are not true. You know how many people sit back like, they said it's a reward for so-and-so. Just because they go and turn him in don't mean he didn't do the crime. Just because he may be monetarily motivated doesn't mean he's lying. Your logic is not landing whatsoever.
Buying the projects, but I might not be living under the most ideal circumstances, and I'm watching you still ascend financially. So I might feel like, yo, I did mad shit for you, I'm owed. And the only way I can get that compensation is to sue you.
That's where the know-how come in, because a lot of niggas might have been feeling like that before, but didn't know that. Shit, I could sue you.
I'm gonna go
because it's happening all across the board.
I'm gonna go get that same lawyer that won that.
Exactly. So now you did me wrong. I turned the blind eye to some things that I was not responsible for. But now you fucking me over. Just what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna now tell on you. It's not nothing new. So many people have learned the hard way. Take care of your people. Don't fuck over people. Don't beat them up in hallways and drag them. Cassie, Diddy. It's the same elements. Y'all trying to overcomplicate it.
Case with such and such, I'm gonna go get them.
And the internet changes how the victim in these instances may feel in the 90s versus today. In the 90s, you're trying to take down one of the most powerful people in the world. You're gonna have your pretty.
Fat Joe is far from one of the most powerful people in the world. Knock it off. Y'all getting off subject here.
Hard time. Today, you can have an audience from day one of support and people believe in you and some action being taken. So I think there's a lot of things in the pot.
Agreed.
Now, it also makes it difficult to believe when you go and hire the lawyer that's pretty much known for chasing money and also chasing headlines. And I'll be honest.
Look at all these rallying to help Fat Joe get over on Ania. I can't believe this. All this subtle support for Fat Joe and assuming that TA has some type of motive that is less than pure. It's crazy. Just let them get fucked over by Mr. Castellana, whatever his name is.
Honest with you guys. So far on social media, there's really not much outrage against Fat Joe. Normally when we see somebody accused with anything involving minors, that person gets turned into a villain overnight. But with this Fat Joe lawsuit, a lot of people are not buying it. People are actually looking at Fat Joe as a victim. Now, obviously that could change in an instant. If we see any hard evidence or proof come out of court, that could all easily change. You guys get in the comments below. What do you guys make of 50 Cent and Joe Budden claiming this is all a shakedown for money? And
play no games, we get cracking. We ball. We be shooting and passing, nigga. We stand tall like what's happening, nigga. We don't never do no lacking, nigga. What's happening, nigga? Active, don't play no games, we get cracking. We ball, we be shooting and passing, nigga. We stand tall like what's happening, nigga. We don't never do no lacking, nigga. What's happening, nigga? It ain't no I in the word team, we got us. It ain't too much, but I promise it's gonna be enough. Knock 'em down like duck hunt. Niggas know what time we on, or you a fly ass nigga? Well, it's the no fly zone. I used to care about that bitch until she did me wrong. Ain't had a nigga like me, bitch, I was your backbone. A gang of bitches in my contacts, I'm back on. Mafia alone, mafia strong, I put the max on. We still steppin', mafia love to all the troops, and we still reppin'. Nigga, blame it on my roots, no question. So if you need me, I'ma pull through. And if I had to call the game, then niggas pulling up too. Riders like Infant G and Tiny MD. Big Dub, Tiny Dub, and can't forget Big G. Baby G, Big Slim, always chunkin', Big M's. Lil Mac down my bro, can't forget about him. Active, don't play no games, we get crackin'. We ball, we be shooting and passing, nigga. We stand tall like what's happening, nigga. We don't never do no lacking, nigga. What's happening, nigga? Active, don't play no games, we get crackin'. We ball, we be shooting and passing, nigga. We stand tall like what's happening, nigga. We don't never do no lacking, nigga. What's happening, I'm a man of my word, ain't going back and forth with none of you nerds. Been on them blocks, hanging out on them curbs. This shit ain't new to me. Bang like Shaq in the paint. What they gonna do with me? These niggas try their hardest to rap. I do this shit with ease, raised by G's, like Rooster and Uncle Freeze. I was like 15, shooting dice on my knees off the porch. Hanging with bangers, fuck playing sports. But shit, we full court pressing, get them off the court. Stand up nigga, squabbling, I blam triggers. Gotta prove shit to none of you niggas on my soul. I'm hands on. The homies whipped him, he was in the wrong. Shoot at us, we shoot back, I call that ping pong. Mafia strong, I can't tell you when this shit gon' end. But for the moment in time being, I'm all in, shoot 10. The homies know I'm down to hang with him, bang with him, and ain't gon' change. I'm that same nigga. Active, don't play no games, we get crackin'. We ball, we be shooting and passing, nigga. We stand tall like what's happening, nigga. We don't never do no lacking, nigga. What's happening, nigga? Active, don't play no games, we get crackin'. We ball, we be shooting and passing, nigga. We stand tall like what's happening, nigga. We don't never do no lacking, nigga. What's happening, nigga? Yeah, that, active, nigga. Free Tiny Max, yeah, that. Double M gang. A to the A to the A. Yeah, that.
That hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
It's the homie cook-up boss, goddammit, Cub Low. And y'all tuning in to the Wake and Bake Show with goddammit the homeboy Spider Low.
Here with SPI, the realest nigga in LA.
Spider this bitch!
My nigga is Spider Low.
Spider Low, nigga.
Spider Low.
It's Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
So Spider looks at me because we go back to the juvenile side of the county.
What the fuck?
My nigga.
Spider Low.
Spider Low. Shout out to SPI, that motherfucking nigga.
Spider Low, Wake and Bake. Better keep it Google, nigga.
Loke is in LA somewhere doing what he's doing.
In the words of Spider Loke on my mama's mama.
Spider Loke's gear. This is Bay Mac.
Nate Bud, C-Mac. Shout out my Loke, Spider Loke, huh? Nate Bud, on hood. It's a beautiful world. You fight me? Fight, craig.
Point blank, do no subliminal dissing. When I listen, I can tell you never been on no mission. Sticking to the script, don't care if I offend you. Neighborhood crib, the marathon
I overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done train my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be, yeah.
You are now in the black box. Whoa. With Spider Loke, Most Easty, aka BJ Keyway, and the Google Gang.
Let's go!